Welcome back, Fragrance Fiend here today with
di Laura Biagiotti.
Roma Uomo, an amber woody scent released in 1992 for men, but women seem to appreciate it as well. It's a very affordable fragrance. I got 40ml here. I believe it comes in other sizes as well. I've always known about it, but I've never really made the jump for it. Fragrantica users seem to say that it smells like my most favorite fragrance of all time, which is Minotaur by Paloma Picasso, a review which I'll do somewhere down the track. This was my signature scent. For 8 years, I know it inside out. But for now, let's see how good Roma Uomo is. So to the note breakdown. So in the top you have grapefruit, bergamot, basil, and laurels, with the heart of heliotrope, jasmine, juniper berries, balsam fir, and geranium. And lastly a base of benzoin, sandalwood, cedarwood, patchouli, amber, oakmoss, MassoiaWood, and musk. So the inspiration behind this fragrance was as a tribute to elegant, seductive men that can only be found in Rome, apparently. So let's crack it open. Such a simple design, but it actually looks a lot better in person than the images give it credit for online. For such a cheap fragrance, I'm actually a little excited but nervous. There are hints of Minotaur in there, but the grapefruit is a massive giveaway on its main difference in the opening, and I get a minty note out of somewhere. I'm just going to apply my favourite on my other hand for a tiny bit of fun. To the average nose, it may have a lot of similarities, but to me it's day and night. I don't think I'm actually going to be even lucky enough to experience the base. This isn't really a direct comparison video, so I'm not really going to talk about Minotaur too much, but those of you who seem to know Roma seem to know Minotaur, so either way, still unbeaten by the king. I don't know if it's because my nose is just choosing to smell Minotaur or not, because I can't smell this after a few minutes. Let's try again. Well, I don't really have too much to say for this video. I like it, it's simple, elegant, refined, but it's not even lasting on my skin at all. I might have to leave this one for maybe a few weeks or few months. This one seems to get a lot of high praise from the general public, and that's pretty rare on Fragrantica, where everyone hates everything. Unfortunately, it's just really fading away into nothingness, and I can't really tell you much about the heart or base. I'm definitely getting a tiny bit of the woods, and that musk is present. Although it's an affordable scent and looks really nice for presentation, it's definitely a regrettable blind buy. They actually both came out in 1992, and I wouldn't be surprised if they were head-to-head at the time, because they used to be quite popular. Either way, I am glad to see that these are both still on the market, especially my Minotaur, as there is so much more variety in an ever-changing industry, especially given price rises and people are getting more into niche trends now, which I'm into. Either way, this bottle is, I guess, a piece of history, and I am still glad to actually own it. I'm sure it was a beast in its time, or maybe it does have to mature for a little bit, so who knows, I might make an update video in a few months. But for now, it gets my worst ranking to date of 2 out of 10. So after waiting 2 weeks to receive this and being quite hyped to find a pretty accessible replica of one of my favourite scents, which it wasn't, I guess this was a bit of a letdown of a video, but at least you get my opinion. But anyway, that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Still can't smell anything.
Roma di Laura Biagiotti.